It's a Supreme Court case that we should understand. It's called Louisiana versus Callais. It really highlights and focuses on a friend of mine, a colleague named Congressman Cleo Fields. Congressman Cleo Fields ran for that second congressional seat 30 years ago when he started off with my brother, Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr. They carved out a second congressional district because African Americans were over 40% of the population of Louisiana. At that time, they had 7 districts. Now they have 6. We know the state of Louisiana is better than 40% African American. We know the history of Louisiana in 1896 when they had Plessy versus Ferguson. And that was a test case. That case was an African American man, 7/8 white, 1/8 African American. They called them octoroons. We just call people light-skinned. But the United States government called him an octoroon. He bought a first-class train ticket to board the train. The train conductor kicked him off the train out of first class with the ticket he bought because he was colored. That case went to the United States Supreme Court, and it was determined you can kick black folks off of a train after they bought a first-class ticket because they are black, and the laws were put in motion to have separate but equal. And we know separate never meant equal. There were African Americans after slavery that ended up becoming governors and senators and congresspeople. And all of a sudden we look up in our history books and then there were none. How did it happen? It happened because they started disenfranchising our community piece by piece, by 1,000 cuts. You can go vote, but you can't take the stairs and the elevator's broken. This is what happened to Daddy King when he tried to go to the courthouse in Stockbridge, Georgia to vote. They started coming up with these games, and pretty soon, all of the black members of the Congress were gone. We oftentimes hear of Hiram Revels being in the Congress and the Senate and other things. But you don't know who the first African American was to be elected into Congress. It's not the first African American to be seated in the Congress. There was an African American congressman in Louisiana who won but never got seated. They changed the rules.